Here we are with the tail of the tape. Singtothong Sor.Thanakorn taking on Choi Jae UK from South Korea. The 3 rounds of Muay Thai action right here at Lumpini Stadium. Looking forward to this one. Of course, 24 years of age from Singtothong taking on 33-year-old Choi Jae UK from South Korea.
All of our fights this morning have been pretty fast-paced starts, and I don't expect to see any different as Choi Jae UK does pressure forward. A pretty bouncy style as he goes in with that lead 1-2, ducks and goes with a left hook. Beautiful work there, but Sor.Thanakorn does answer back with a big kick. I think he might have taken a little bit of damage to his private area, but he's ready to go again.
And as we know, groin shots are not actually illegal in Muay Thai, only if they're knee shots. That's because we can't defend the knee. Some big, heavy hands there from Choi Jae UK. Bit of a swing and a miss. Like the explosive style of Choi Jae UK.
Both fighters do have a very explosive style and some real power behind their shots. Oh! Sor.Thanakorn's head got knocked back there by one of the heavy hands of Choi Jae UK, who's locked him up in the clinch. Oh! Beautiful sweeping takedown from Singtothong.
Singtothong was sitting there 50-50. Choi Jae UK goes for the left hook to right hand, goes up top again.
What an elbow there from Singtothong. I think that really did knock back Choi Jae UK, who's pressuring forward still. He wants him in the corner. He wants that KO shot. Ooh, but the elbows
there from Choi Jae UK. Undercupping under the arms of Singtothong in the corner there.
Singtothong being a master of elbows there, which is something that Choi Jae UK really needs to be wary of and keep his guard high, because that slicing right elbow, if it lands, is game over.
Singtothong sitting on the back foot now, just trying to lead him in for that ferocious right kick. Oh, goes down low, goes up high, but eats some big, heavy hands from Choi Jae UK on the inside as he comes in.
Like you said, Joe, Singtothong is beautiful at answering back with those kicks, but as he does so, he drops his hands and his face is wide open for the heavy, explosive hands of Choi Jae UK.
Like to see Choi Jae UK put him back in the pocket there. It was a good position and a good strategy to just put him against the ropes and offload the heavy hands.
Some beautiful arm control from Choi Jae UK, just evading the clinch, keeping in that boxing distance, ready to set up those big hand combinations that we just saw. Both fighters looking very strong in the clinch. No action though, the referee must pull the clinch apart if there is no action. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen at home. If there is no active action, it's over. And that is the end of round 1. A very good matchup from our matchmakers here at Fairtex Fight this morning. One even bout so far. It is a true clash of styles. Singtothong going for the kicks and the elbows, but Choi Jae UK pressuring forward with the heavy hand combinations.
Some nice handiwork there from Choi Jae UK. I'm really liking the explosive lateral movement from him, putting Singtothong inside the pocket and just offloading the knees. He's a fairly good all-rounded fighter, it seems. Singtothong answering back with some good timing on the back foot there. CJ Sanook bringing the good vibes every Saturday here, 10 a.m. Thai time. Fairtex Fight right here at Lumpini Stadium. What do you think Choi Jae UK's corner will be telling him for round number 2?
To be honest, I would just be telling him to keep going with the same game plan, but keep those hands up and be wary of those elbows. There's been a couple of occasions where Singtothong has gone forward with that lead right elbow and it has almost landed, but the pressure is phenomenal. And let's start round 2. I am so excited for this fight. This is probably my favorite fight so far this morning.
Singtothong just sending out the jab to measure the distance there, trying to reply and wait for Choi Jae UK to fire off so we can time that kick nicely. And there it is, cracking right onto the thigh of Choi Jae UK. Locked up inside, 50-50 inside the clinch of bicep control there. The referee breaks them apart.
That is exactly what I was talking about in round one. When Singtothong lands something, he almost wants to look and be like, wow, I landed that, instead of going up and following it up with a 1-2 or a double kick. You should follow up those shots that are landing clean.
Yeah, it's a fairly dangerous habit to have, is looking at your handiwork and not following up with it. It's quite a bad habit for fighters to have, firing off and then admiring your work. You want to follow up and make sure that you're staying continuous in the fight, not just painting a picture and then standing back and admiring the work. You want to follow up and paint the colours afterwards and make sure that the painting is finished.
I think that's definitely the difference between 5-round fights and 3-round fights. There's no room to kind of edge back and reset. It is fast-paced, high volume, and there is no room for mistake in these 3-minute round bouts. Big right hand there, right through the guard of Singtothong from Choi Jae UK. Beautiful handwork.
Ooh, beautifully timed kick there from Singtothong. Just trying to find it hard to send the right hand through. He's eating a lot of damage on that right hand of his, the power hand. And it's a good strategy for Singtothong in the southpaw position now to fire up onto that right arm and take out the punching power. It's a very underrated strategy, and it's a good one that Thai fighters often use to take out the punching power. Instead of just firing up onto the hip, fire up onto the arms and take out the knockout power, especially from such a heavy puncher in Choi Jae UK.
Singtothong can very comfortable on the back foot in this round. I think he knows that he can play the long game as he evades a head kick from Choi Jae UK. That could have landed clean and been devastating. Yeah, Choi Jae UK's power seems to have kind of depleted a little bit as he goes flying to the canvas.
And you can see Singtothong very slow to get off Choi Jae UK there, trying to deplete the gas tank. Bit of a sneaky strategy there from our Thai athlete.
Just under 20 seconds to go in our second round. The pace is picking up with some big hand combinations and strong clinch work there. Choi Jae UK pressuring forward, pushing the face of Singtothong to finish the round in a strong position as we close round 2.
So we'll go and have a look at some of the replays from round number 2. Thought a much better round for Singtothong in that second round, delivering those punishing left kicks right up onto the arms. Nicely timed. So let's go and have a look at these replays. Ooh, sneaky short elbow there from Choi Jae UK. Great hand control, slapping that lead elbow down and delivering it on the inside. Ooh, and a big right knee taking Choi Jae UK to the ground. And then, as I was talking about before, Singtothong was very slow to get up off Choi Jae UK, trying to push against his stomach and make sure he couldn't breathe. A bit of a sneaky strategy, I must say so myself.
What do you think about this fight, Joe? Who is taking the edge for you? Because, to be honest, I'm really struggling to call it. It kind of is pretty back and forth at the moment.
Well, I'll probably give round number 1 to our South Korean athlete, Choi Jae UK. But round number 2, for me, it was Singtothong with the delivering of the punishing left kicks right up onto that arm and some of the sweeps and the handy clinch work on the inside. But we'll see what round number 3 brings us, the third and final round.
A great display of sportsmanship there between our two athletes from Thailand and South Korea. As we enter round 3, both athletes know it's toe-to-toe. They need to do enough to take the win in the judges' eyes.
Of course, Singtothong, Sor.Thanakorn from Thailand taking on Choi Jae UK from South Korea for this one. For those at home who are just joining us, we've had 3 Muay Thai bouts so far, this being our third, and 1 MMA bout, 2 knockouts already. Will this end in a knockout?
Choi Jae UK has got a very strong right hand punch that keeps knocking the head back of Singtothong. He needs to keep his guard a little bit tighter, especially in this close range as Choi Jae UK pressures forward.
And you can see
the lead leg and keeps going in.
You see Choi Jae UK desperate to land that left hook as he slaps down the right hand of Singtothong as he leads in, trying to set up the lead elbow. Sending the right hand over the top there, ducking. Singtothong breathing very heavily at this point. Nice knee block there.
It is very close, this fight. It's hard for me to call. Singtothong looking very deep breath here, trying to kind of survive the last half of this final round on the ropes. He looks very comfortable with that teep and just firing that strong southpaw left kick. But he does look almost a little bit tired, in my opinion.
Yeah, very open-mouthed indeed, sitting on that back foot, but still seems fairly still in this fight. Ever dangerous, although a bit of a look up at the clock there. Normally that's a pretty strong telltale sign that somebody's fatigued. Oh, nice left hook down below, right hand over the top there from Choi Jae UK. Really sending it now. Big flurry of punches here in center ring with less than a minute to go here.
Both heads are flying back at this point as they are exchanging strong hands. The power is still there for the last 40 seconds of this final round. Choi Jae UK looking pretty fresh-faced, still going forward, still putting the pressure on into the clinch where Singtothong has got a strong vice grip. Looking up at the clock though again, Joe. It's not something that I think fighters should be doing.
I don't think he's got 2 rounds up. I think Singtothong thinks he might have had round 1, but he can't really be sitting back like this trying to protect his points. I don't think he's far enough ahead in my unofficial scorebook.
I completely agree with you. He looks like he's just depleted power and force at this point as he just locks on to survive the last seconds as the final bell goes. What a fight though that was. I really thoroughly enjoyed watching that, and I hope that you all watching at home did too.
A good display of sportsmanship there from both athletes. Singtothong from Thailand taking on Choi Jae UK. Let's go and have a look at these replays. And that beautiful push-off to set off the right hand, really showcasing Choi Jae UK's experience and ring IQ. Very underutilized strategy or technique is the old push-off to break the distance and send up the power shot. I really like that from Choi Jae UK.
Ladies and gentlemen, after the completion of all 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored this bout 29-28. 29-28, 29-28 และ 29-28 for the winner. In the black corner, Choi Jae UK.